Alright, so this is going to be game number 7. Ziddy versus Fan. Ziddy from Standard Gaming and Fan from Binary Gaming. This is MLG Shattered Temple.
Yep,
Protoss
yep.
versus Terran.
And I think Protoss versus Terran is a really dynamic matchup, a lot like Terran versus Zerg.
Yeah, unless we just see 1-1-1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Then it's pretty
But
one-sided.
I think I thought the 1-1-1 would be really easy to execute, but honestly, it's not. That's why the Koreans is they have it down so perfect, and that's why it's so overpowered.
Yeah,
It
but,
makes
I
sense
mean,
that
once you get it down, it's just a repetition. And
that's
it's
true.
easier for Terran to macro while that happens. So here we do have Ziddy spawning in the bottom as the red Protoss player for Standard Gaming. His opponent is in the top side. It's going to be a Fan from Binary Gaming as the pink Terran player.
Yep, yep. And the fact that they have cross positions, we could see a macro game, but really there's no way to tell these days. Everybody has two base timings and all kinds of cheeses.
Yeah. And Terran is good all around. Nerf ghosts.
Okay.
And we have the probe going to be scouting out for Ziddy. Off of that pylon, looks like he's going to be throwing down a 13 gateway. There it is. And over here, being a Fan is throwing up his barracks at the front, going to be trying to wall this spot in. And he's also going to be throwing down his gas right now. Probe is now checking the close by air position, as with the SCV over here is queued up to check the other position possible on this map, which is MLG the Shattered Temple. Gas on the way for Ziddy.
Do you think that Fan might consider doing that Marauder push? I mean, it's pretty popular, and it can literally end the game if you do it well enough.
You mean
Two
the
Marauder push, concussive shell.
the 2 Marauders, 2 Marines, 2 SCV push?
No, I was just talking about the 2 Marauder push with concussive.
You know what's stronger than that? Stronger than that is
Probably
the 2
what you
Marines.
just said.
Yeah, you get 2 Marines, 2 SCVs, maybe more, like it, and you just push with that, and you can absolutely obliterate a Protoss player. Like, even if they're going everything standard, that push is just insane.
Do you grab the concussive shell upgrade with that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So basically, you slow the Zealot, SCVs do the damage, Marines do the DPS, and the
Yeah,
Marauders
SCVs
do
do
sick
some-
damage
yeah.
to sentry, or not sentries, stalkers.
Yeah, the Marines, like, they have the DPS. The Marauders slow everything down. The SCVs block and, like, confuse the Zealots because the SCVs are also attacking. And it's just a gigantic mess.
I wonder if Fan is gonna scout this. No, Ziddy. Ziddy has not scouted this. A bunker might complete
Where?
right in the
Oh,
natural.
the natural expansion.
Oh, he can't lose that Marine. Oh no, that's not good.
It's not too big of a deal for that bunker to be there because there's a stalker coming out that can easily deny any Marines from getting over here, and that bunker needs to get salvaged. Fan.
Yeah, that was he dealt with that really nicely, and I guess Fan maybe just wanted to apply a little bit of pressure. He was able to salvage that bunker, so he's in a pretty good position. But yeah, I do sense that push coming from Ziddy, so he's gonna need that bunker up.
Yeah, I sense possibly the 1-1-1.
Yeah.
I see 1-1-1. Like, this is
Yep.
exactly how you do it. You need that bunker as you tech a little bit, but then you salvage it and you're like, you have a ridiculous army. Looks like that Stalker will be able to pop in here and deny a little bit of those Marines. Looks like the bunker will finish up. The Marines do pop inside, but the Stalker does see the reactor, and from experience, when I see this reactor at the front with a bunker, I know it's a 1-1-1. I play Protoss, and like, to deal with this, what is it? Oh no, he just built a Nexus and canceled it. The response is to get up a fast natural expansion and mass gateways.
And he's still stuck on one gate, which is risky in itself,
Yeah.
especially against the Terran.
That's going
So-
definitely 100% 1-1-1 right now. Banshee's now
Yep.
on the way. Reactor barracks with the Marines gonna be popping out real soon. We have Siege tanks coming out. Siege tech is also on the way. What Ziddy needs to do is he needs not... Well, I guess he could try to deal with the Colossus, but the easiest way is to try to saturate that natural expansion as quickly as possible, going mass
But,
gateways
see-
and charge lots.
Yeah, from what I've heard, the only way to do the fast expand is with a 15 Nexus. And this is straight out of In Control's mouth. He said with 15 Nexus, and then there's one alternative to handling the 1-1-1, and I think that's like the Protoss version. You can do a one base Colossus build, but even then, you have to have the right amount of sentries
Yeah.
to kill the Banshees.
The other version that I've seen and heard of is Kiwikaki's version of going Stargate Robo Gateway. So that's like 1-1-1 essentially, and he goes the Phoenixes to deal with.
Oh
the
yes,
tanks.
that's right.
Yeah.
Phoenix
And
are
then he
very
gets
important.
1 or 2 Immortals with a ton of Zealots to try to bust up the front. So we'll see if that's able to deal with this. The first Banshee is now headed out across the map. This is gonna be interesting. Fan is now starting to bounce ahead in terms of food. Looks like one Banshee in the main doing some damage.
Wow, yep, getting on that high ground. He needs an observer in position, and I don't know if he has one.
He is able to shoot up the high ground somehow.
Yeah, well, this is what happens. If the Banshee shoots, then Fan's allowed to shoot back, basically. Or no, then Ziddy's allowed to shoot back.
Okay, I see.
So you're concealed until you fire.
Alright. Okay. That makes sense. And this Banshee, he needs to save it if he wants it for the 1-1-1. No! He loses the Banshee. That's going to make his 1-1-1 even a little, well, I wouldn't say weaker. I wouldn't say even
No, it's
weaker.
definitely, no, you're right, you're right.
but,
It's definitely going to be weaker.
but
Those Banshees are
yeah,
really important.
But like 1-1-1 is still strong. It doesn't, like losing one Banshee doesn't change too much about the 1-1, to be honest.
But look at this, Fan is supply blocked, and every time that happens, Ziddy gets a better chance at surviving. Oh no, he's not shooting. Oh man.
He needs to get rid of that other Banshee. That's going to give him a better lead as well. He does have an observer in position, and that Banshee just has 10 HP left. It's going to run right into another observer, and there it goes down. So Fan has lost 2 Banshees right now, but he is now pushing across the field with a ton of Siege tanks, Marines,
Wow.
and a bunch of SCVs, and this is going to be a terror to hold off, especially because Ziddy hasn't really gotten that many gateways out. He's chrono boosting his robotics bay. He does have the range for his Colossus, but he just doesn't have the unit count right now.
Yeah, I think he's in a position where he needs to fight on the high ground.
He needs to back up.
He's doing sick damage right now. He's sniping the tank, but there's still so many units. He needs to pull his probes to fight this.
Even so, the Banshee and the Marines, the DPS is so high. Fan is going to keep rallying units in here. Look, it's just one Colossus left.
There's only 3 tanks left and an Immortal's out. I think he can hold this off, but he needs to pull probes.
No, I honestly don't think so. There's a couple of SCVs here.
Oh my god, the Immortal is stuck.
Oh no, that sucks. The Immortal gave him a slight chance there, but he's going to be losing his natural expansion.
Oh wait, there we go.
Banshee is now working on that Immortal, and there's no anti-air over here. There's a single Stalker warping in, and a Banshee did get a couple of free shots to begin with. 2 Stalkers now, and the natural expansion is going to be falling. Additional units going to be... I'm surprised that Fan isn't rallying forward. The characteristic of this is that you need to rally all your barracks forward. Another Colossus is about to pop out, but it's looking really grim for Ziddy.
Oh, that's such a shame. If he had pulled his probes, he would have been able to at least kill the first wave. And from what I've heard, a Terran can make 3 waves off of 1 base before he's done.
And
But if he had pulled probes there, look, he would have kept his Colossi alive, and he would have been able to finish the attack with the reinforcing Immortal. But it just you have to respond to all ends by doing the exact same thing. So you pull Harvesters if he pulls them, because he doesn't have the big enough army to handle it. And it looks like Fan's just going to seal the deal right now with his siege tanks on the low ground.
Starting to range down the buildings over here. There's only 2 gateways here, and Ziddy is just not looking pretty. Fan is even expanding off of this 1-1-1, so that just shows you how far ahead he is as of this point. Looks like the Sea Shanks continue to range the top, and the Colossus doing some work there, but it's still really horrible position to be in, especially with the Banshees in the back doing a ton of damage, denying the mining. The 2 gateways are also going to be falling shortly.
Yeah, he's in such a difficult spot. I mean, I think we're just waiting for the end right now.
1-1-1s are really hard to hold off. You have to be able to macro and micro basically perfectly. And there come the Banshees, going to continue to work down on those Stalkers. And the SCV is also here to repair. Fan's natural expansion is also complete, so he's going to be able to transfer over there, also drop mules at that expansion. He's focusing a lot on this micro, trying to bust in here. I mean...
Yeah, he's also giving him a lot of time to respond. I'm surprised he hasn't leapfrogged the tanks up on the high ground.
I mean, even if he gives so much time, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, this is basically
There's
over.
no real production for Zitty right now. He's trying to get up another gateway. A scan goes down. Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing that we need to mention is the fact that Fan was able to do Banshee harassment without Cloak.
Yeah.
And the Stalkers, I mean, they just didn't utilize early enough taking those Banshees out. And I don't know. I guess it cost them the game.
Banshees are actually really good against Stalkers. If controlled properly, and also if there's not enough Stalkers, as we can see here. I think a Banshee does beat Stalker one-on-one.
Those Protoss forces are getting shelled from the low ground, but yeah, it's over.
Yeah, that last Colossus is gonna fall to that Banshee, along with the SCVs repairing. GG from Zitty, and Fan does take a game for Binary Gaming, and we're now at, what's the score?
4-3.
See, it's a best of 9, right? So, actually, it's game point for Standard Gaming. If they take this next game, they will be able to win this clan war. And if Binary Gaming wants to stay in it, they have to take the next game to be able to tie it up and send it to that ace match.